What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're down here, girl. We got to check this microphone. Yesterday, the microphone went out. I thought it was charged. I didn't even hear it go out. Like sometimes in the video, you can hear it like go out. It just went out. And I look at that as a sign. But what I really would like for y'all to do is like the video because I am looking at my likes to views ratio and it looks like you watch it, but you're not hitting the like or hit the thumbs down if you don't like the video, right? But let the people know either you like it or you don't. And that will help me out a lot. I appreciate that. So we don't have nothing to talk about. I was talking about Tyreek Hill, the guy that has, I think he's like 30 years old and he has like almost 10 children and just very recently had 3 children in 1 year. And I was saying there are so many things. I actually want to read the comments from that video because I made a statement about Black women being the highest new cases of HIV rates in their heterosexual relationships. And they're like, he didn't have that. None of the girls, none of the women are Black. None of the women are Black. Yeah, okay, that's fine for him. But the majority of you Black women, you date almost exclusively Black men, almost exclusively. For some of y'all, you've never been with anyone outside of a Black man. So if the Black men are out here running amok and having 3 babies a year, don't you think you should be protecting yourselves? Because whether or not they're having sex with you, you're having sex with them. So are you just gonna pick out of the bowl of arsenic grapes? You don't care? Because when I said the HIV rates for the women, Black women are high, are the largest of the new cases, and they're coming from heterosexual relationships. And the Black women are in the, how did we get in this? What you mean how you get in this? How come when it comes to DL men, when it comes to men running amok in the community, how come y'all act like you don't have nothing to do with it? I don't understand that. That's probably why my mic cut off. I'm going to have me a little mushroom coffee. It's so good. I put some cinnamon and some vanilla. Mm. Almond milk creamer. It's so tasty. It is so tasty. I was going to roll me up some reefer. This is a Saturday, and normally I don't make videos on Saturdays, but I was just like, you know what? I feel like making a video. I got up real early, did my little morning routine and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Let's make a video. I don't want to roll these sleeves up. I think I might want to. I meant to cut them off. That's what I meant to do. I meant to cut them off. This shirt, I've cut this shirt up so much. So I've cut the hem off at the bottom, the seam off at the bottom. I cut the seam off at the bottom, and then I cut it up the shirt on this side, just at the bottom. And then I cut the neck. I cut the neck. This is we're all mad here. But then I cut it on the bottom here, on the bottom, see, on each side. And then next are the sleeves. I think I'm gonna cut the sleeves next. You know, you just get a shirt and you just cut it up. My mother used to cut up shirts, honey. Baby, the necks out, all the shirts. She be in her room cutting cutting the necks out of her shirt. She didn't like nothing around her neck. So, but you know, you could style it. And so I cut the neck off, but then I also cut it down like a little V neck too, a little V. I know it messes up the design, but you get it. We're all mad here. Everybody knows the saying. So let me make sure it's on. Okay. It's on. And yeah, so I was in the comments and that's what I said. And the people in the comments are like, the women especially, and it's like, I hear people saying all the time that Black women don't like to be held accountable. Y'all know I hold you accountable and responsible, and then remind you to center yourself. But there, I do see where that phrase comes from, because when it comes to things that are like, you're like a variable in the equation, you act like you're not part of the equation at all. And it's so odd to watch how women respond to, especially bigoted women, how they respond to DL men. How are you a bigot and then you got a problem with DL men? They heard you. You know what I'm saying? Their deception. Yeah, all men are socialized to approach relationships with a little tinge of deception, right? Right? Now you trusting these guys and you trusting them and they promising you monogamy, but everybody else before them has never been able to live up to their promise. But this guy here, something about him is different. If you almost exclusively date Black men, and Black men are out here dating whoever the fuck, men and women, then you should probably be protecting yourselves. If you know that men, or heterosexual men especially, if they are socialized to be heterosexual, they are going to perform masculinity and manhood in the most toxic way as it relates to women. And what they're going to do is abuse their bodies by seeing how many women they can have sex with. Because to them, where they learn, they didn't learn it from their single mothers. They've learned it from communities of men, that the more contact that you have with pussy, the more of a man you are. So they go through life having this weird relationship with sex, abusing their bodies in sex, ejaculating almost every single day, and in whoever will allow them, man, woman. So if you are a woman who almost exclusively, Black woman, has sex, you heterosexual, you strictly dickly. So if you almost always strictly Black dickly, then how do you show up in this equation of high HIV rates if you don't have nothing to do with nothing? How do you show up here? So what do you think you should do? Do you think maybe you should protect yourself? Maybe you should stop having unprotected sex with the men that you almost exclusively have sex with? Because they having sex with everybody, girl. You the ones. You the last ones. You the last ones. Just I gotta have a black. You gotta be Black breathing with a dick. Black breathing with a dick. So don't you think you should be the ones to take account of what's? I'm not accountable for this. Yes, you are. You better account for it. You better look around the room and see who is fucking with everybody and whoever they want to have sex with, and they're doing it with no condoms. So not only are they having babies, 3 a year, but they're probably passing around their own strain of STI amongst all of the penises that's being dipped in and out of pussy. I want to read you the comments. People did not like that I said to Black women, y'all need to, let's talk about the HIV rates, because you're the only ones. Oh, that's so funny. Somebody posted it to their page. So now it's right here in my, I said, let's talk about HIV rates among Black women in heterosexual relationships. I'm going to read you, because here it is. Judge rules that NFL star Tyreek Hill is the father of a baby girl born in 2023, bringing his total to 3 babies in 1 year by 3 different women. He reportedly has 7 to 8 children. He might have up to 10. We don't know. But it's the single mom's fault. And the man literally in the comment, literally the men are twisting their necks, this man said, so many women, hold on. Okay. This man said so many women are willing to produce fatherless children if it means they can financially benefit from it. If you look at the average woman who has a child with a man that she's not married to, he's not making more than her. He's not more successful than her in terms of finances. So I'm not sure where you feel like when you look at these athletes and entertainers who are in these types of situations and they have a lot of capital, broke men, they identify with that. I'm not sure why. I don't know, but they act like everybody wants their money. I don't know what money they want. Like I said something about paternity the other day, and the woman says, well, paternity is for inheritance. What are these kids inheriting from their fathers? Bills? Huh? What are they inheriting? Bills? Okay. I said, if you don't want to be a father, then you're not going to have unprotected sex. That's how you solve a fatherless issue. That's how you solve it. If you know that but no, it doesn't matter. Say, they shame you for having fatherless children. They shame a woman for having fatherless children, but they don't talk to the men because the men actually don't give a damn. Like I said this morning, women have really been duped. We really have. We really have been duped in the way that we reproduce these motherfuckers who do not deserve duplication. The majority of men in society do not deserve duplication. There's a lot of women who don't deserve children at all. But there's this idea that these men are expected, or the expectation is that as soon as you have a baby, whoever the father is, you give that baby the father's last name so that he gets to live another generation through you. But they don't take any measurements. They take no measurements to make sure that they don't have children. But when you decide to have a child, whether it's planned or unplanned, they blame you for the father not being around if you decide to continue to go through with your pregnancy. That's why I keep saying more women should just say, I don't even care if you're married. Children's name, if you're married, should be hyphenated. If you believe a man is worthy enough to live another generation through you, then you can slap his last name, but don't do it without slapping yours on it. Because these men do not deserve all the work that you're doing. Literally, it's like 1 in 4 children are raised in a home without a biological stepfather, whatever kind of father figure. And you're telling me that then they blame you for the state of manhood. Where do they learn how to treat women? They're learning it from their single mothers, from their fatherless homes, or are they learning it from their absent fathers? Are they actually learning how to behave based on the absence of a father? Which, I don't, the word father denotes that there's a man there, and then that leads into this idea that a man needs to be present. It doesn't 2 adults or more raising a children is fine by me. I don't give a damn what's in between your legs. That doesn't even fucking matter. It really doesn't. Because all this idea where you need a man to raise a boy to be a man. Have you seen the state of manhood? Have you seen the state of manhood, Tyreek Hill, whatever the fuck his name is? Have you seen the state of manhood? Do you want these men raising boys to be men? Do you want them to continue the cycle of the way that they treat you? Because it baffles me that boys that I went to high school with grow up and have these ideologies. Do you think that they learned it from their 2-parent home? Do you think they learned it from their single parent home? Or do you think they adopted some kind of ideas when they went off to school and got in community with other boys and older boys and young men? And hearing men, the way that they talk in a barber shop or a situation or area like that, a cigar lounge or whatever, talking to each other about how to treat women and giving each other advice on how to treat women. This idea where you blame, you use a woman as a scapegoat in every single thing, and yet and still she gave you the honor of slapping your last name on a child, and you speak about women the way you speak. You don't deserve any lineage. A lot of these men, their line should stop with them. This man has 10 children by at least 4 or 5 different women. And the comment section where the men are concerned is quiet. If it was a woman who had 10 children by 10 different men, y'all would be calling her a whore, the bane of the community. Oh my God, this is the reason. She's the reason. It's women like her. She's the reason. I'm going to read you some of the comments. Let's talk about the HIV rates among Black women in heterosexual relationships. I'm going to read you what the comments say. They did not like it. Somebody said they're not going to want to talk about that. Another person says these women are not all Black. Let's talk about the possibilities of him going broke. No. Erica, you know they about to gaslight and deflect. Erica, why 3 out of the 4 women are non-Black? Maybe talk about the HIV rate in the Black male community. Okay, let's talk about the HIV rate in the Black male community. And then let's talk about who they're fucking. You. Okay, you still want to talk about the HIV rate in the Black male community? Stupid. That's a shit. You're trying so desperately to wiggle your way out of it. You almost exclusively have sex with Black men. So if Black men have a high HIV rate, what the fuck does that say about you? Girl. Right, like how is there only one Black woman, one Black man who slept with all of them, and the topic is Black women? Seems like he could be the carrier. Now the rate is much higher for gay Black men, and you are still fucking them, girl, because there's a whole DL community out there who keeps fucking Black women. So what is it? How are you trying to? I'm not gonna let you. I got a hold of your arm, girl, right at the fucking elbow. I'm not letting you out of this. You don't get to wiggle your way out of this. Sorry. You bear some responsibility, because guess what you keep fucking on? Guess whose lap you keep sitting on? Okay. This just out here raw dogging ABS. I don't know what that means. Also, the women who allow this shit. Trust and believe the HIV rate is on the rise again. People better be careful. Protect yourself. Someone said it's not actually high compared to others. So let's not talk about it. I work in clinical science for infectious disease. So I can actually say that with 100% fact, the amount of positive HIV tests are actually close to none in the Black community and within Black heterosexual relationships. Only gay Black men, if anybody, has it, and mostly white. This is somebody who says they work in clinical science in infectious diseases, and listen to what they're saying. You got bigots, Black bigots in these spaces. This is a Black man in his scrubs. And this is what he's saying. Let me look at and see if they're what kind of flag. Medical lab scientists. And he's trying to say that it's not Black heterosexual relationships that the high HIV rates are coming from. He's saying the CDC is not telling the truth. Okay? He's saying that it's not. But I don't know why Black women are the highest cases of HIV rates. I'm not sure. He's saying that that's not true and that it's mostly Black gay men. But if you have a DL community and you refer to those men as gay, so what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? How does that end up with heterosexual women? Oh, could it mean that these men are having sex with everybody? Only gay Black men, if anybody, has it, and mostly white or Hispanic people have it. Most Hispanics do and say Black on demographics, so it comes back. But it is not us, 100% born Black people, and I have been in the field for years since before COVID. You're a bigot. You're a bigot working in clinical science for infectious diseases. Can you imagine what his input what input he has. I hope you have no input on nothing. I hope your voice is silenced. I hope wherever you work, they don't listen to a word you got to say. If you're around here in comments telling people that the HIV rates are only in gay black men and white and Hispanic, but not in heterosexual black relationships. What did he say? What did this motherfucker say? Fully born. What black person do you know is fully born black? Shut your ass up. Black ain't even shit, motherfucker. It's nothing. So you fully born what? Fully born what? 100%. Girl, shut your stupid ass up. You know black women are the default stray catcher. You slow. They ain't even in the video. None of the girls he has are black American. Why not down the girls in the photo? How is somebody telling you to protect yourselves downing you? Do you know how low in the vibrational scale that you have to be to believe that somebody telling you to protect yourself because you as a group almost exclusively have sex with black men, and if black men's STD rates are on the rise, where do you think that puts you? Where do you think that puts you? But you want to be the victim. Oh, we always catch the strays. No, you are a part of this. You are being affected by this, by these men, because for some of you, you act like you are literally controlled by penis. So you haven't caught the clue that these motherfuckers are a national health and safety threat, like I've been saying. But no, you don't want to hear it because you are strictly dickly. If you think I'm blaming black women, what I'm doing is telling black women to be more careful, because if you almost exclusively have sex with black men, these black men are not protecting themselves. Are you slow? You have to be. You have to be slow. They aren't black women though, but you... I'm not going to say it again. They aren't black women though. That's not us. It's not us. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. That man is having sex with everybody, and you exclusively have sex with the people in the comments who are saying that black men have the highest HIV rates. So what does that mean for you? Again, I'm asking you again, for the stupid fool dunces with the goddamn triangle hats on in the back. Okay? They don't want to talk about it. So that's all I have to say about Tyreek. Okay, let's go back to the blog.
I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
They be on the internet talking a lot about things that need to be studied. And you know something that need to be studied to me? Why is it that it's a group of suburban black women out here who really, really, really have a nasty disposition and complex against urban black women, or as y'all would say, ghetto black women? But it just be killing me because y'all love an urban black man. I'm talking about, I watch y'all all the time. Fight y'all whole life to go to school, get a good career, and will literally tarnish your whole career, your whole everything behind the urban black man. I'm talking about literally will lose her job as a doctor or a nurse because she out here trying to fucking get prescriptions for perks and shit like that. Will literally lose her federal job. Will lose her job as a police.
That's
will
crazy.
Lose her job as a lawyer. Will lose her job as the DA. Will lose their job as anything behind an urban black man. But really go in the club and turn your nose up at bitches like us. Like I won't. Then you know what? Sometimes it just be puzzling me when I hear like urban black men like bigging them hoes up. But you on the phone crying to us when your stupid ass in jail and she saying, Croshawn, I wasn't prepared for that. Like, I don't know. But you done bought this whole million Chanel bags. Your stupid ass. So they be on the internet talking a lot about that.
Let's talk about it. Tired of them, the type that can only get French tips because designer color is ghetto. Everything be ghetto, but they will stick a charge out a felon. And then they get into with the urban black woman about the urban black man and start listing all her degrees and shit. But girl, all that education and you still slow. I said, some women are willing to risk it all for some dick. My cousin, who is a lawyer, just got suspended with no pay over a man. They look down on the trenches, but intrigued. You have a big point, but to be honest, I like medium ghetto folk. I like folk who know how to act in public establishments, their neighborhoods, etc. But get ghetto when it's time to party and have fun. Never understood this. I always get called bougie by the urban black woman, but I'm too urban for the suburban black woman. So I have two friends. Study them stripper haters. I don't like that stuck up type. Sinners judging sinners for sinning differently. Right, like Jock's wife. That's who I was thinking about. In my experience, I get some from urban black women like, dang, because I had two parents with good jobs and didn't struggle. Apparently, I'm not black enough. That's not the point. That is not even what we talking about. We talking about you sticking your nose up at the other woman while that ghetto nigga is sticking his dick in you. Oh, that's what we thought. That's the point. Not that, oh, you not black enough. It's no, you taking that urban black dick, but you looking down at the urban black girl. That's the conversation. Stay focused. Checkmate. And I'm from the projects that became suburban and only date suburban. I'm polished now, but I'm still TTG trained to go. TTG when need be. Trained to go. Goes both ways. Women have a problem as women tearing each other down, period. Well, women are always going to tear each other down. It's literally crabs in a barrel trying to run for the dick. Literally, the way that crabs look in a barrel, trying to get dick, pulling each other down, trying to get to the dick. Like I was just saying earlier, some of y'all act like you can't steer away from dick. Like you can't, like you absolutely cannot have somebody's meat shoved in your vagina. You can't deal with it. You have to have it. You have to have it. Let's go to the Jasmine brand and see what they have. Let's see. HBCU news. Both Morehouse and FAMU's presidents stepped down on the same day. I wonder what's going on. It says that Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter charges have been dismissed. So there's an update on that. Actor Corey Hardick reveals Tyler Perry paid him the highest wage of his career. Who said that? Somebody else said that the other day. Oh, Meagan Good. Meagan Good said that the other day. Oh, yeah. Meagan Good said that the other day. Let's hear what he says.
To say about working with him. I saw Meagan Good said she got paid what she deserved to get paid after working with him. How were those negotiations for you?
Listen, I can say the same. Worked on this movie 3 weeks. I'm talking about from when I left my house and when I came back. And I've done movies for 5 months. Studio, $70 million budget, $60 million budget. And he paid me the most I ever made in 3 weeks.
Damn.
So that is real.
All right.
That's real. He take care of his people. Like he make you feel appreciated. That's right. So y'all got to work with Tyler Perry.
That positive things to
Tyler Perry's the first person who paid me what I should get paid.
Wow.
That's what Meagan Good said. There was a thing with Meagan Good, like a post, and they had multiple slides about her. You know, she mentioned Tyler Perry paying her what she was worth, and then the last slide is her talking about not listening to Jonathan Majors tell her and warn her about being with him and saying like, I can do it. I'm like, how do you go from one slide talking about, yes, this man is paying me for my worth, and then at the last slide, the man that you're intimate with that's warning you about him and his personality and is also violent towards women. And somehow, some way, you don't know your worth when it gets to that point. You know your worth in the job market, but you don't know your worth in your romantic, intimate partnership. What the fuck? Y'all got to get it together. I'm so tired of this. I am. This is the type of shit. This is why it was hard for me to make, because y'all, the priorities and what you're willing, what you think you're worth, you go hard at the job. You know what you're worth. You're negotiating your six-figure salary. And then you go over here and don't know your worth? Meagan Good, do you think that Jonathan Majors is worthy of you? You believe that this violent man is worthy of you. You believe that? You believe that he is worthy enough to have a woman like you lay with him? You think that he's worthy? Or you don't think enough about yourself? And what you out here doing, talking about self-love and shit, you're not embodied. Because no way in the world would a woman partner with a man who is abusive to women and say that they love themselves. It's not matching for me. You worthy in the job market, but not worthy at home? All right. South Korean politician says women in the workforce are raising men's suicide rates. A politician in South Korea is being criticized for making dangerous and unsubstantiated comments after linking the rise in male suicides to the increasingly dominant role of women in society. In a report, Seoul City Councilor Kim Ki-duk argued women's increased participation in the workforce over the years have made it hard for men to get jobs and to find women who want to marry them. That's the problem. Do you see? The same thing. The patriarchy, the women are waking up. The women are waking up. They're not acting like Meagan Good, who doesn't know her worth and believe that a man like Jonathan Majors deserves her, to the point where she needs to show him that she is girl, it's so fucking backwards. Y'all got the whole shit fucking wrong. He's not the prize. You are. And you believe this man is worthy of a prize like you. Girl, cut it out. Girl, stop. He said that the country has recently begun to change into a female-dominant society, and that this might partly be responsible for an increase in male suicide attempts. South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates among the world's richest countries, but is also one of the worst records for gender equality. And the women, no matter what they tell you, the women, the pick-me, the South Korean pick-me's who are coming out and talking about the 4B movement doesn't mean anything. It's not real. That's not what they're doing, girl. Yes, they are. The kindergarten enrollment rates are down. The birth rates down. Now the men are jumping off of buildings, right? Because remember, the pay gap here is larger, wider over there. They don't get paid. Even though we're not equal here, they definitely ain't equal over there. And the women have responded. And they said, no, 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 no. And if all you motherfuckers jump, the world would be a better place. Hello? And we want y'all to jump, the ones who are making the rules and signing on the dotted lines. We want your asses to jump too. That just reminds me, this idea where you are literally begging people to pick between two old white men. One is crazy and deranged, and one is regressing, actively regressing before our eyes. You want Gargamel over the Smurfs or Sleepy fucking Joe. No one is saying, hey, why don't we dismantle this white male heterosexual Christian patriarchy bullshit and change some shit around here? Because as a country, we're behind on everything. Y'all got the only thing y'all are not behind on is the military. Shocker. But everything else, you're behind on everything else. And this country has been led by men since its bloody inception. And where has it gotten us? Nowhere. And y'all begging people to oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, girl, shut up. Nobody has the bright idea. George Clooney is the only one. Step down. Get this shit out of here. Stop fucking playing in our faces. Stupid motherfuckers. And y'all literally out here begging people to choose between Gargamel and this motherfucker who's regressing. And it's like, you can't, well, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. Well, why don't you choose? Because your minds are so stuck in a binary that you think that it's only either or. Either or, either or, either or. There's no other options, as if there's no other options. I can see this being true. Look at the temper tantrum men are having all over the world because women are evolving. Yes. Yes. I don't care what those fucking pick-me South Korean bitches gotta say. Oh, there's no for. Yes, you don't know about it, bitch, because you a pick me. Why would anybody tell you about not centering men? You center men. You got the dicks on your altars lit every morning and every night. You down there on your knees, gobbling and swallowing dick. So why would you know if there's a 4B movement, if it actually exists? Your hair still runs past your shoulders, bitch. We know you ain't hip. The girls in the 4, I said that because the girls in the 4B movement have a look about them. And they not on the internet running their mouths with their faces showing. So you won't know a goddamn thing, you dummy. All you motherfuckers need to jump on 3, girl. And all the women need to push their asses on 2. Shit. Motherfuckers. Saweetie gives advice on how a man can catch a woman's attention. Girl, I don't care. All right. The baby receives probation in a 2020 sucker punch case. Good. KKK Kim and Confederate Croy Bierman's divorce trial set for November. Don Lemon grills Candace Owens about her views on same-sex marriage.
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think I'm sinful?
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, okay. You're sinning. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between 2 men. So I don't.
About same-sex marriage?
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think I'm sinful?
What's that?
You think I'm sinful?
Didn't he tell her your interracial marriage was against the law at one point? Didn't he tell her some shit like that? Girl. A sin. She thinks marriage, first of all, marriage is made up. The way that it's structured here is a total made up structure. Totally made up. So you telling me that something made up is a sin? Girl, shut the fuck up. Kiss my ass and suck my dick from the back. Okay? I don't believe that marriage, it can be between 2 men or 2 of the same gender. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Let me shut up. Let's see some of the comments. Don Lemon has released his podcast with Candace Owens, and the conversation was quite interesting. He asked her thoughts on gay marriage, which Candace believes is a sin. Don then asked if she viewed him as sinful, and of course, Candace didn't hold back. My thing is, I don't understand how you practice a religion that tells you that your existence is a sin. That's why you know it's made up. That's made up. And you are beating yourself up every day because you believe that the way that you exist is a sin because of the faith that you choose to align with. I would never, ever, ever be in alignment with something that sees my existence as a sin. But that is your personal choice, your personal journey. That is yours personally to keep and to hold on to investigate, to look at, to acknowledge, that you're practicing a faith that sees your existence as a sin. And for some of these people, they repress their identity and their existence because some fucking religion told them that the way that they feel and who they love and who they're attracted to is a sin. And you can't tell me that there's not a quote agenda to push people towards a certain lifestyle. What are they giving you in return? Nothing. Nothing. They can't even give you free health care. They want to take women's rights away. Look at the archaic school curriculum. They're not preparing nobody for nothing. Then they want to charge you crazy amounts of money to get a higher education. And then you get the higher education, but you don't have the experience. So now you got to go get a job outside of the field of your degree because now you have student loan debt. If y'all don't see the grift, I don't know what to say. I don't know what all of it is upside down, the way that it functions. I was just sitting outside this morning and I was thinking about how women give men children their last names for no other reason. There's no reason why women should be giving their last names to the men that they are procreating with. I don't think so. Like I said this morning, hold on, let me go to my Twitter page. I'm just going to read my random tweets this morning. I was just sitting down smoking, and I was just like, women have really been fucking duped. We really have. And the women who run around enforcing it, that haven't snapped out of it, the ones who's like, marriage is between a man and a woman, and you have to be married in order to have a baby, and the man legitimizes the baby, and the baby needs to have the man's last name in order to receive inheritance, when I could just take a blood test. You could just take a blood test or swab the mouth, girl, if we really want to get into all of that. I said, it should be an honor. I said it should be an honor and privilege. It should be an honor and a privilege for a man to have children with their last name. It shouldn't be an expectation. We have really got shit upside down. A man should be lucky to have children who he could slap his last name on. Not a given. Lucky to find a man? Nah, girl. He's lucky to find you. Now he has someone to duplicate him. He gets to live on another generation through you. And why the fuck are you taking his last name? He's lucky if a woman decides to reproduce and allow the child to bear his name along with yours. Women have really been duped. And then I said, how did the tradition of giving children the mother and father's last name skip Black people in America? Latinos be having 5 last names. The idea of the importance of paternity is so false. It's matrilineal. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. This shit is crazy. And then I said, the underlying desire to assimilate is what the fuck happened there. Because if we really want to keep it a buck, most people who have children are undeserving of parenthood, let alone someone walking around with their DNA. But for a lot of these bros, their line should end with them. I feel like women have granted too many men DNA duplication and slapped his last name on all their work. I hate it. Update your operating system. The Patrix is rigged. I can't imagine doing all the fucking work and then honoring him by slapping his name on it. I never understood it. As a married woman now, I wholeheartedly reject it. That's what somebody said. Malware running amok in the system of patriarchy. It's a feature, not a bug, unfortunately. Girl, you said that. Baby. It's not a bug. It's a feature. It's how they come. It's sad. It's really sad. And women have been tricked. And it's like the women who still center men and who still center and like, oh, I want to be, it's so weird to me. Like, I just, and then your ideas are rooted in religion, and the religion is male centered. It's God, Father, God religion. There's no mother anywhere. I was trying to find the great cosmic mother. Hold on. There's a chapter called God as Father, 230. Let's just read a little bit from here. I haven't started this chapter yet. So let's just read it. God as Father.